Good morning. It is almost afternoon already, and I've started this morning quite decently for my feelings at least. I woke up around, my alarm went at 8:30, and then my second alarm is at 9, and that's usually when I snooze it and will probably get out of bed by 10. However, that did not happen. In fact, I got up before my second alarm, so that went pretty well. I'm and when I got down, I immediately had breakfast. Usually, I wait with that also way too long. I and now I had a meeting at 10 a.m. However, that did not go quite as planned. I was literally all over the place. It did not go well in any sort of way. I do have something clear right now, and it does explain a lot to me. And it also cleared up that I am going to have to do a lot more right now. And I was not hoping on that. Not that I am lazy, but it is because I am all over. I am I am all over the place, and I am still trying to figure out my workflow, and that, yeah, it's nowhere to be seen. So that did come as something that I wasn't hoping for. However, on the other hand, it does give me more freedom on however I want to do it. However, I was going to plan. Yeah, well, actually, no, wait. Let me get this. Let me get myself back together. In this upcoming month or two, there will be more things related to music, to my music. So I have actually a release coming up in March, hopefully, if I'll get this sorted out, because I have a release coming up in March, and I had a release planning, at least I'm making one, and one thing is that the release should have been uploaded to the distributor last week already, and that did not happen. But honestly, they should have just told me. Because now I am trying to figure out, I found out about that today, that they don't do that anymore. And so I have to do it again. Not that there's anything wrong with it, I can do that perfectly fine. However, I haven't used Dito in a while. The last release I used it for was literally Legacies of Warriors, and that is 4 years ago. However, I did pay, as far as I know, every year my renewal for subscription, because if I stopped that subscription, all of my music would have been taken down over time. And I was not looking forward to that. So I kept paying. Now I am actually going to be using it again. And I was filling in my release, all of the details, all of the little things that they need to know, or other people's need to know, like royalty stuff and stuff like that. And I got to the end. I said complete my release, and then it stopped working because apparently there is an issue with my subscription. And now I am waiting for them to respond to my message. They've got like a chat thing on the website, and a bot has replied, and I was not happy with that. But it says that I will get replies in the chat and through my email. So it means an actual person is going to help me. That is great. Hopefully. So yeah, I was actually doing that. So I had my meeting. I was planning my release to Dito, and now I am stuck because I don't know if I will be able to do it, because actually the release needed to be up last week, and I should have been like 5 to 6 weeks before the release, so you can actually have everything prepared in the meantime. And yeah, that should have been last week. Now I have 5 weeks till the release date, And now I am thinking that I have to push my release a week further. So it will be end March that the release will be coming out. And I was not looking forward to that. I really wanted to do it mid-March, actually even early March, but that did not go quite as planned as well. That had to do with other stuff. Now I have to push further my second release as well. So yeah, great. And now I'm kind of all over the place. Anyways, I'm gonna go lunch in about. Oh, it's actually still an hour before I'm going to get lunch. I still need to do the dishes, but I think I'll do that when I have had lunch, so I can get that also out of the way. I did not plan really on today what I was really going to do, because I think today was mainly about what the meeting would be, and then it would be some after work from that. I did that. And I think the rest of the afternoon was actually planned for editing. So yeah, I'll be editing the entire day. That includes promo for my music. That includes also the video for tomorrow, because usually I would did that yesterday. However, that did not go to plan. So yeah, so that's about it. I think my entire afternoon is going to look like editing, which is going to be very long. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you later. I have it's 1 hour later, and I have just uploaded everything onto YouTube. I planned everything in because I had been making a lyric video in the past month, and I just planned that in. The behind the scenes from in the studio are also uploaded. Those are two-part. So I've uploaded all of these, and now I'm actually looking on to maybe making an acoustic video, so I can actually edit that as well this week and upload it like pretty much as well still this week. So I really hope I can do that, and after lunch I will just go to edit everything for tomorrow, because that still has to be done. That's gonna take a while probably, so yeah. It's your turn, you're easy to burn. That ice you spread won't keep you too easy. I can sense the romance writing. Have you seen? Hey, so I have been really struggling today. In the afternoon, I started with editing, and that went pretty well for like an hour, and then I slacked off a little bit and I was all over the place. And then I decided to take a break until a dinner. I think it was like about 2 hours. Also, my boyfriend arrived home at that time. So I just decided to spend my time with him, and that I would spend the time that I missed in the afternoon, I would spend that now in the evening. However, I have almost finished I have almost finished editing my video. The only thing that I still need to do is add on music underneath the last part of my video. However, my laptop is loading, and if it is not loading, it's charging. And if it is charging and I have DaVinci Resolve open, then yeah, my laptop won't work. It's too much for it to handle. So I need to wait a little bit until it is at least decently charged. And now I did go back into my mail, because this morning I was trying to upload my new single into Dito, and it did not work because of a subscription error. And I did get a response from the team, and I did get the confirmation that it is all settled right now. Payment was just a little bit delayed, I think, because it said that it was paid, and now we're gonna check if we actually can get in. So fingers crossed. Hopefully it does it. So yeah. Yeah! It is officially uploaded. That is absolutely fantastic. So if you are seeing this video, because I am not going to share the release date just yet on my other social media, but because this is a little promo for you, and I'm kind of want to share it, and my videos aren't being watched that decently so far. So if you're watching it, the release date is 27th of March. I am so happy. It did work out. God, thank you. Okay, so I'm really looking forward now. Officially, everything can go get started. So first up, the plan for tomorrow, where I am going to bring you along as well, is to actually start getting my content calendar ready for the release. And I wanted to say something else, but I forgot. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, so tomorrow I am going to be working on my release content calendar, and I will be working on the course from Star Presence, which I am right now at the modules of artist authenticity, which I'm going through. So yeah, that is what I'm going to start with. And then for Friday, I'm probably going to be checking in on playlists and making a press what is it? Message? Press release. Oh my god. It is way too late. I have been working for too long. So yeah, I'm gonna close it up and I'll see you tomorrow. And I am just so happy that it is done. So yeah. Good morning. I just had breakfast. It's a little bit of a late one. I was actually hoping to get up around 8:30 or 9. However, when the alarm went off, it was just, my body just screamed no. I didn't sleep that well, so I just decided to stay in bed like a little longer, and I think I went out of bed like around 10. And then I went down for breakfast. It is now 10:45. I am starting my official work for the day. So the plan is to my three priorities for today are finishing the video for today, because it needs to be up at, what is it, 4, I think. And I need to finish the thumbnail. And then the other priority is working more on the release planning for my new single. So I don't think this needs a lot of time, because the video is pretty much done. The only thing that's left is to actually put music underneath the last part of the video, and then the thumbnail never takes me so long to do. So I think I might be with half an hour to 45 minutes until I finish those two, and then I've decided to wait with my coffee. I haven't had a warm coffee in this entire week, and I'm really craving one, but I've only had iced coffees this week. But I still need my water for today. So I am actually, in the coming 45 minutes, I'm going to be working on the YouTube stuff, and I'm going to drink water during that. And if I have finished the YouTube stuff and the glass of water, then I am allowed to take a warm coffee, and I will use that also as my fuel for a brainstorming session of the release planning. And yeah, I don't have that long anymore, because around 3 o'clock, or between 3 and 3:30, we will be going towards my house, and we're going to move a lot of stuff. So yeah, I am gonna need to hurry up with my stuff. I do everything that I need to do, and then hopefully there is still some time left to work on the other stuff. So yeah, let's get started. Anyway, so a little update. I have started working on my release planning. I think about 45 minutes ago. No, not even close. I think about 30 minutes, but my laptop is almost empty, so I'm gonna have to charge it. I do think that is a perfect moment to take a break and have some lunch. Anyways, I came on to day 3 of the release planning. I have decided, because there are already a few things that I've done earlier, so like the beginning phases, like my goals and stuff, those were pretty clear already, so I got through them really quickly. And then the budgets, there is actually not really a budget that I'm able to spend on it. I am maybe, really maybe there is like a tiny bit that I can spend, and then it is like figuring out whether I want to use that for some sort of merch or if I want to spend it on ads. But I think I can, yeah, I think I'm gonna spend it on merch so I can actually have something to sell besides my music instead of ads, because you can get like pretty a lot of views just promoting on social media, even if you just have to create more, but that's fine because I love creating. So now I am on day 3, and that is designing your avatar. So it is like figuring out who am I trying to get the attention of, who is this song more towards, to how do I find these people, what are the words that I'm going to use. So that is how far I am right now. And then I don't know, I think I'm gonna have lunch right now, and then I'm gonna design your avatar. That part I'm gonna do, and then I'm going to do the section of artist authenticity of the star presence course, because I feel like that aligns with Therefor. So I think that is pretty good. I have already done a lot of pre-work for this, so I don't think I'm gonna be actually doing the full 24 days in planning, which means that I have a little bit more days left. I am, because it is still 1.5 months, so I'm definitely having like definitely at least 1 week of you know some some spelling. I don't know what it is. I do have some extra time to create more content, so it shouldn't be that hard. I just have to be disciplined and stay focused, so I'm gonna be doing that. I'm gonna charge my laptop right now because it is like on the edge of turning off, and then I'll see you after lunch.
This one.
Actually, I went shopping yesterday and I had this entire bag full of stuff that we bought. It wasn't the plan that we would buy this much. Like we thought, okay, maybe like a little small thing, and that did not go as planned. However, there is one thing in here that is not mine, so keep that in mind. I'm not gonna show that to you because that's from my boyfriend. Anyways, let's start because I use a moisturizer. This one, it is Florence by Mills, and then the Dreamy Dew facial moisturizer, and mine was actually empty. So I got a new one. I've been looking for I've been thinking about doing for Easter or for spring at least, to do either pastel pink or pastel yellow nails. And I found this pastel yellow nail polish yesterday. And usually all the yellow that I see just really looks ugly and moldly almost. Now I found one that doesn't look like that, so I hope it also doesn't look like that on the nails. So yeah, we got that. Then I have two different lip glosses. One is a bit neutral pink. It's from Essence. And one is a lighter shade of pink with some glitters, also from Essence. So yeah. Also, I've tried this one on yesterday, like the neutral pink, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. And I have been really loving lip gloss lately, and I've never loved stuff on my lips. And I don't know, I suddenly started doing that. Then we have Peaches from the Primark. It's a white PJ with little blue flowers. It is a little bit silky, and I absolutely love that about it. It's a summer PJ, but I always wear those kind of PJs also in the winter, so it doesn't matter. And then I think this is the last thing. Oh no, that's not the last thing. I'm actually... Okay, so the other thing that I found is this sweater, this pullover. I thought it was really cute, and in the lighting in the shop it looked yellow, and I thought it was yellow, and I still think it's yellow, but my boyfriend said it's off-white, and now I don't know if it's off-white or yellow, but now it kind of looks yellowish, but sometimes it looks off-white and sometimes it looks yellow, so I don't know what it actually is now. However, it was in the sale. And then my final thing that we bought is obviously books. And we walked around in the shop, and there was so many choices, and I'm really always struggling because there are so many books that I actually want to read. And I decided to go with the two that last time I was in that shop, I saw a book that I was like, I've never seen anywhere. And I was like, oh my god, this looks so fun to read. It looks it has a little bit of a vintage look on the cover, and it was about ranch life. So I took that one because I hadn't seen it anywhere else. So it is Baculoso. It is a romance, and it is written by Lila Sage, and it is a cowboy romance. Oh, I just figured out that this is part 3. I didn't know that because there was a different version, but there weren't 3 books, so... But I think you can read it as a standalone, because this is just... You know, like a Twisted series? You can read like all books kind of like standalones, but it's better to read them like from start to finish. Yeah, I think this is the same kind of thing, I think. So yeah. And there is this book that I really wanted during the autumn. I really wanted it. It looked so cozy, and like when I read the back of the book, I was like, oh my god, I want it. But I didn't. I was on a book buying ban at that time because I had read I had bought way too many books and I didn't read enough. So I have been reading in the meantime a lot of books, and now I'm pretty much through my TBR. However, so that's why we bought 2 books. It was Rewitched. I really wanted it, and I finally and I finally bought it. So yeah, I'm super happy with them. And then yeah, that was it actually. Yeah, it's time to get back to bed.